Hi everyone, welcome to PaperNautCast number 4. I'm Alex.
And I'm Jason.
Sorry, I'm typing up some stuff that you guys aren't going to be privy to, but you may hear the clacks.
And we just came off of a really hard week, and we're getting into some more hard ones coming right up. We just dropped Ad 3 last week. Monday.
Yeah, I think Monday. Yep.
Right on. And we're already jumping straight into working on Ad 4, which is kind of a killer. But Ad 3 was really fun, and we hope that you guys, took some time out of your day to go ahead and watch it. We've been getting some really good feedback on just kind of how intense or how kicked up things have been.
It's the first ad with dialogue.
Yeah, sync dialogue. And Alex, you were in that one, actually.
No, I wasn't. Yes, I was. But barely. I was more of a filler. I didn't actually contribute anything.
Well, I mean, except
I have no lines.
Your presence on screen and, some noises, some resisting noises.
Yeah, but I think a lot of them got cut out because the better dialogue were on the cuts where I was like really quiet. So.
Yeah, but I mean, for the most part, I think if it's the Ad 3 Natural Order is about a Garonian captain who takes a few nameless captives and decides to re-educate them on the kind of the caste system, kind of the situation, the thing that defines the difference between the two of them. And you played a nameless, and I think all of you guys did a really great job for what you had to do.
Sitting on our butts for like 9 hours.
Well, I mean, I didn't have to, so.
Yeah, well, my poor butt was bruised.
I think, well, I mean, you also did other things. You did costume and makeup on that shoot.
Yeah, but I didn't have as much time to do it because I was I didn't want to like spend too much time doing that when I was supposed to be, on the floor like ready trying to get into character or whatever. So it was like half being in the shot for action and then half like making sure continuity on like all the makeup was good.
And you still found time to do crafty.
I did. Not good though. Yeah, I've brought some. Breakfast doesn't really count as crafty though, right? Does it?
It does. And I mean, surprisingly enough, any of you out there who are making your own movies, cereal goes over really well with the crew for some reason.
As long as you bring better bowls.
And notify people that there's soy milk.
Yeah, Mark, I'm looking at you.
We had some crew members who are slightly lactose intolerant and didn't find out until hours after the breakfast session that there was soy milk.
I made it known. I said as soon as I came over.
I heard it at least 3 or 4 times. But yeah, no, it was great, and we're not going to go through because our crews keep getting bigger. I mean, our last shoot there was like 15 people on set.
For Ad 3, yeah. 15, I think, and then Ad 2 had 11.
And before that, it was like definitely less than 10. But our crews are getting bigger, so we can't actually shout out each individual name anymore. Particularly because we're trying to make these podcasts a little bit shorter as well.
But if you watch the ad, everyone is credited, so you can see everyone that was there on set if you watch the ad. Ad 3 Natural Order.
But I definitely want to do a quick shout out to the Kiyab Yab family for letting us use their location. That location owned by our good friend and former actor Duncan, aka Francisco.
Duncan from Ad 1.
Yeah, he was our location manager actually on this Ad 3 shoot. And I definitely want to throw out a shout out to Saul. He designed some amazing patches for us to use on a Tanix uniform. And they're very subtle, but they're in there, and we're hoping to reuse that design, reuse more of Saul's creative genius going forward, as he's pretty much our art director. I mean, you're planning on using it for some stuff as well.
Shh, secret stuff. That's what I'm typing right now, but
Top secret typing stuff.
yeah.
It sounds really secret to me. But
It's just D and J over and over again.
other than that, also some great a great big shout out to Brian Baker, who really took the reins on this one. We were originally supposed to be co-directing it together, but Brian really kind of like jumped up, and I felt comfortable to just kind of like let him run with it. And I think the final product came out really well with his guidance. So thanks, Brian.
Yay, Brian, our Frank from Ad 2.
Yeah, we reuse people like crazy. Apparently, I didn't realize like all of our actors except some. But other than that, what's so funny?
I don't know if that was like an intentional inside joke. I laughed about what I thought you were talking about. No, I don't want to bring it up.
Oh, I was gonna bring up the other actor from Ad 2, Michael, but I still can't pronounce his last name, so I was just like, I'm gonna sidestep that.
Oh.
Well, what were you
Oh,
thinking
you mean
about?
our faceless actor?
Were you thinking about Frank Autumntown?
No.
Oh. Well, then I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. But you'll tell me after the podcast.
Yeah, I will.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. You might get mad.
I'm gonna what? I'm gonna hold you to it. I want to know now. But
If you want to know too, you should comment, and I might tell you if if your question's good enough.
But yeah. Other than that, we have some cool things coming up in the horizon.
Oh, it's July.
Yes, it is July.
It's officially July. This month we've got 5 weeks. This is food challenge month.
Oh.
Yay!
I guess it is food challenge month. But aside from that, which we'll be seeing towards the end of the month.
Fifth week.
Up until then, we have a few other things planned. We got some new things coming into the studio. We have, of course, we have Gut to Cut coming out the week after this podcast is released. And then immediately after that, we have yet another... No, we have a podcast after that, actually.
Yeah, podcast vlog.
Or
whatever, catch up.
What is it? Oh, we picked
After
up
Gut to Cut.
we picked up some great vlog footage yesterday. For those of you who are following me on my Instagram, Jason Paper Nautilus, I've started a photo of the day, pick of the day, POTD, and my first picture was actually us doing some behind the scenes work for Ad 4. We were paying some props, and we got some good footage of that. Airbrushing some props, and we hopefully we'll be adding that into what I think is going to be. I prefer the week 3 vlog as opposed to another podcast. What do you think? That it just seems like it's probably predominantly going to be another dose of us.
Yeah, was anyone recording? I don't know.
No. I mean, yeah, Keegan was recording, but I mean, chances are that like it's because we're the most around. It's going to end up being us, like you shopping for costumes or me doing everything.
Ha 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 ha. Okay.
Well, for those of you who like our personalities, go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment below to let us know if you'd like to see more of us or actually see us.
Or hear less of I feel like that might they're like, I'm tired of these two talking.
But other than that, what is it? I just for my pick of the day, I'm still getting this is like the second session of people coming in for some likes on Instagram. Like for those of you who are actually coming through and checking that out, like it's kind of strange, but I'm really digging the support. My next photo is going to be of this podcast, which is going to come out actually the day before this podcast comes out, because we're currently July 1st on this podcast. Today's July 2nd. Today is July
Sunday.
2nd. This goes to illustrate how burned out I am from this completely hectic schedule. Word to the wise, anyone who intends on getting into this kind of thing should probably not do it in such a manner that we do it. It's kind of I'm watching I'm watching Alex take a picture right now of us podcasting.
It's so difficult.
I'm like, I'm waiting for it. And yeah, as we continue forward, we're gonna have plenty of good material coming out. We got some new thing. Oh, I'm gonna throw that in the vlog. So our like week 3 vlog is gonna be an introduction of. I'm gonna counter picture you right now. Aw, because you had like the eye sensor.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It's okay. Okay.
I just wanted to get my Bleep Trooper
Nice.
shirt out.
Bleep Trooper.
There's a crutch in my picture.
Nice. Mad shout out to 820 Studios on Instagram.
I just saw that too.
Only because you liked my photo while we're
They
doing the podcast.
liked mine on mine.
Really?
Or they liked your photo on my Instagram.
Why are you stealing my Instagram likes?
I posted your photo.
All right. Well, anyway, so some great stuff coming up. I think on our week 3 vlog, I'm gonna have a little awesome kind of a new thing to introduce that's coming into our studio. It might not be new to some of you, but it's gonna be new for me. Right on. So yeah, as we go on, as we continue moving on towards ad 4, we still got so much still left to do for pre-production, but we have a really kind of strong plan of what we want to do. And I actually really like this ad. Alex, you read the script, right?
Yes, but I read the first script that I think you guys made some changes to it since then, so I haven't seen the revised.
Yeah, we made some verbal changes. We haven't actually made those changes yet, but we're hoping this one's. Oh yeah, you were telling me the other day that you prefer the slow burners over the hardcore action of ad 2?
Yeah, I think so far I think I would say my preference would be ad 1, ad 3, and then ad 2, since ad 1 was the slowest. Ad 2 was slower but had a little bit of action, and then ad 3 was pure like kind of go adrenaline action. So
yeah, well, this next ad is definitely going to be it's a more emotional ad, I think. And you were like, I'm gonna cry at the end.
maybe I'm a crier.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So ad 4 is gonna be fun, and we're still trying to figure out exactly how we want to do it, because we might want to be switching things up on how we do it, but ultimately we're gonna be looking at the release of that as I flip my calendar. I believe on the 17th, and I'm actually really excited. Are you excited?
Viewers, listeners,
No, Alex, are you
Or me.
excited?
for 4.
Yes.
Yes, if only because I'm not in it, so now I can take, if I am going to be able to be there for filming, I can take more behind the scenes photos and videos and stuff. Unfortunately for 3, since I was sitting on the floor with my hands tied for most of the day, I wasn't able to like whip out the camera.
I think we're shooting on multiple days for this one. It's a first for us.
Wasn't ad 3 supposed to be shot in multiple days?
Ad 3 was supposed to be shot in 2 days. We shot it in 1. Ad 2 was shot in 3.5 hours, and ad 1 was 1 whole day.
Ad 2 was not 3.5 hours. Stop lying to the people.
Oh, 3.5 like shooting time hours. There's a lot of prep work coming into it. But yeah, we started at 4:30, and then we ended at about 8 o'clock. Not including pre and post, setup and teardown. But yeah, so now with ad 4, discovering that we don't really like doing that, we're gonna try and see if we can do it over the course of 2 days, maybe 3 days, maybe 4 days. But other than that, as there's a massive loss of energy in this podcast, we'd like to just go ahead and wish all of you guys, it is a holiday weekend, so by the time that this podcast drops out, it's going to be July 3rd, and coming up after that, it's going to be July 4th, whatever holiday that is. Do you remember what is that like, I don't know, National Sandwich Day?
I was going to say donuts, but I think that was last month. I think we missed that one.
National Taco Day?
Let's find out, actually. Stay on, people. Sorry. Let's see. July
Wikipedia that.
4th, National Food Day.
Hamburgers, hot dog, fries.
Oh. It is National Barbecue Day. I should have known.
There you go. National.
Today, July 2nd, is National Anisette Day. I don't know what that is. I missed Ginger Snap Day yesterday. Damn it.
That's going to be our new first of the month podcast. Is just us reading through the calendar for the month, telling you what days are what national food days.
Ooh, yeah. This just in. Anisette. It looks like a martini. It is an herb native to Egypt. Romans use it in medicine, and they also use it in cakes. Its seeds are used for aromatherapy, sweet smelling, used for liqueurs. Oh, yeah. Let's go get a drink. Let's end this podcast so we can get a drink.
Whoa.
Professional capacity.
Is this the first podcast that you're not... Were you drinking something the last podcast?
No.
Really? I feel like I'm going to go back to the last podcast. Even the stuff that we cut out, where it's just to verify that you weren't like... You always have to make some kind of concession to the audience. Like, sorry, I'm drinking cranberry juice in a wine glass with ice. Or...
That was just the first one. We've had 2 more.
No, this is number 3, right? This is number 4? Well, anyway. All right, I think that's going to end it for us on this particular Sunday as we go through the process of cutting this thing up for you guys to be dropped on Monday. We got plenty of stuff going on leading into this 4th of July. And thank you guys all for tuning in. We hope that you like, subscribe, help us on the road to 100. 100 subscribers is really going to push us over and allow us to finally change our URL to something other than a string of letters and numbers. So,
Quest for 100.
Quest for 100. I like Road to 100. Just
Road to 100, it seems like it's hard to say.
All right. Well, anyway, hashtag the 100. Isn't that a show? Besides the point. So, thank you guys all for tuning in. My name is Jason.
And I'm Alex.
We'll see you next time. Or hear you next time. Or
No.
you'll hear us next time.
Bye.